Hello everyone, welcome back to more Quadrant. Continuing this little new area we got to here. So yeah, in the last video we had an encounter with one of those spiders that we saw on the projector slides. See a fuse laying there. This would be a great place for fuses to be. They kind of blend in with the rocks. No physics. This water can hurt you. You just don't want to be in it. When the electricity goes off. There's another safe. Get 3 flashes before it sparks. Alright, let's go to that safe first. Those look like eggs. Spider eggs. Where is the safe location over there? Okay. Screw that area. Alright, another game save. There's more eggs. Probably going to be dealing with more spiders here, I imagine. I guess being trapped in a research facility is not really a great place. Especially if the stuff that's being researched on is still there. Okay, so doors on all sides here. These things may hatch on me, I don't know. don't think there's any electricity going on down here. Whoa! Get off me, bro. What are you doing? Get off. Whoa. Man, these things are tearing me up. Fuse. Whoa, no thank you. There's a ladder. I'm taking it. Get me out of here. Screw you guys. Look at him. Can you guys jump? Guess not. Alright, well, we made it. Couldn't tell you which path to take to get here. Just kind of running for my life. So yeah, when they get on you there, you have to spam your use key. And they were kind of still attached to me, and I was like knocking them off. I think you can kill these things. Where'd they go? There they are. Whoa, you can jump. If I could kill him. Nice. Alright, how about you guys start jumping? If I could kill him, I can go back down and explore. It's kind of a timing thing. They have to jump high enough too. You're still not dead, huh? Come get some. Your turn. He's having trouble jumping because he's landing on those dudes. Gotcha. Should be able to go back down. Yeah. The music starts back up. Okay. I think we're okay. Could be more out there. I think the music's just going because we're down here on this level. Just look around. You can take a fair bit of damage in this game, and you just regenerate your health, so. Those are smaller spiders. Those are just the baby eggs. See, there's this over here that we would have missed otherwise. A couple of fuses. But yeah, those are the baby versions of the big mama spider we saw previously. Kind of dead-end rooms. Okay, and here's where we fell down. This looks like they make you deal with 4 spiders. Probably nothing here. Alright, let's make our way back. Basically, you just don't want to forget there's a safe over here. Ladders you just have to walk into, and like when you walk into it here and he switches around, you have to press up to actually climb down. It's kind of weird. It's always been an interesting thing to me in gaming also, is how ladders work. Ladders seem to work different ways, you know, in different games. You either have to like press a key to mount the ladder to climb it, or you can just walk into it. You never know how they're going to work in a game. Alright, got a game save. Making some good progress. It's a different kind of texture in here. More of those spiders. Fuse. Ladder going down. Let's check these other pathways. There's a note. July 16th, 1979, extraterrestrial matter analysis. Quadrant 3, human psychosis manipulation. As of yesterday, July 15th, 1979, several members of the team have reported what sound to be horrific hallucinations. Visions are consistent across the board, mentioning the name of the Watcher, accompanied by horrendous sights of extraterrestrial practices. One team member in particular has drawn into a state of shock, seemingly acting outside of his will. He is being observed and studied for any further anomalies in brain activity and cognition. The Watcher. Alright, do we go through here or do we go down the ladder? Let's go in here. Okay, another fuse. Yeah, it would be cool if this game got a sequel. I don't think it ever will. I'm pretty sure the developer has not made anything since this game. I mentioned in one of my earlier videos that this game takes place in 1979. That's the year the first Alien movie came out, and this game actually also took place, or came out. The game came out in 2015, which is 1 year after the game Alien Isolation came out. It came out in 2014. And if you look up this game on Google and look at people's reviews, a lot of people will say that it takes a lot of inspiration from Alien Isolation, or is very similar to it. And I can see some qualities of that, but I wouldn't really compare this game to Alien Isolation. But it's more likely to say that the game was influenced. Take a sip of drink. So yeah, it would be cool if this game had a sequel. Okay. Find an exit. It's generally what you're always trying to do as your overall objective in any game is find an exit. Get out of whatever mess you've gotten yourself into. One moment. Is that to cough? All right. I can also totally appreciate and see how people would say that this game is bring up my readings here. Boring, you know, or easy, whatever. I mean, easy doesn't mean boring or bad, but I wouldn't call this a survival horror game. Oh, look at the frame rate. So I am dropping some frames. Going down to 39 FPS right here. If I turn the flashlight off. Yeah, the flashlight's eating some of it. About 3 frames. It's most likely all the other light sources or the flashing light down there. Once you kind of get the flashing light area in the center of the screen, the FPS gets lower. As you get further away from the center, it goes back up to 60. So, oops, my volume. So there is a little bit of FPS lag, frame rate. But, you know, it's made in the Unity engine. It's an old game. It's not highly optimized. I haven't had any game crashes or anything, so it's more than you can say for most games. Audio log.
It's out of line. I'll have to snap it back into place. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Guy broke his arm or leg and had to set his bone back in place. Hope I never have to do that in real life. Okay, I guess a little sort of an outside area here, maybe. All I'm saying is I'm a fan of this game. I like it for what it is. I'm generally, I would say, a very critical person. Like how the door handle's going through the shelf, just like that right there is a perfect example. I'm always looking at stuff. But I can also appreciate things as well, so try to look at things from both sides. I think that's the best way you can go about anything in life, despite... Can we go up here? No. Despite how you feel about something. It's just a good life lesson, I think, to at least be willing to look at something from another perspective, from another angle, put yourself in somebody else's shoes kind of deal. You can always believe what you want to believe in the end, but it's good to consider the alternatives. So yeah, I can be very critical of a game like this, but at the same time I can be very complimenting of a game like this as well, because I realize for myself that, you know, I couldn't just sit down and make this game. I mean, maybe I could over time. I'm sure I could over time. Anybody could, but, you know, you've got to spend that effort in learning the basics, and I'm sure the person or persons involved in this developer that made this game, this wasn't necessarily their first attempt or first game. Maybe the first game they sold on Steam, but not their first attempt at making one, so you can't really know the lengths and efforts somebody's gone through to get to where they are, solely based on what they're presenting to you, you know, in an example of a video game. It's hard to make video games. Okay. You know, anybody that knows anything about gaming knows that making games would be hard. Okay, time for us to, like, leave and get the good ending and see the credits. Because I'm ready to be climbing walls and running out here in the forest, so I don't have to deal with any more frickin' spiders. It's collapsed. Kinda made me jump a little bit. Wasn't sure where it was coming from. Plus I was talking while that happened. I'll shout out a YouTube channel. It's at the bottom of my home page of my channel. At the very bottom. It's one of the first 12 gaming channels that I recommend. There's a channel called Displaced gamers, check that out, and you can learn and see just how hard and complicated the games were on the 8-bit Nintendo system. Save. To make. Even those games were difficult to make, especially at the time, because of all the limitations. Okay, is that busted down? Looks like it. Let's look over here a little more. I think that's the way we need to go. Just make sure we didn't miss anything. Really? Okay. Just hitting like an invisible wall. I'm still lagging out here. 45, 49 out of 60 FPS. But yeah, I don't know Displaced Gamers or anything. We're not friends or anything. He seems like a cool guy to be friends with, but I do recommend his channel. I imagine he is a... I don't know the guy's name, his real name, but I imagine he is some kind of programmer based on what he is presenting and what he understands. As far as myself, I wouldn't say I'm a programmer. I mean, I learned how to make websites. I learned HTML back in the early 90s. I read a book in the early 90s and learned how to do it. I never learned how to use any programs to do it. I would just, I memorized the different codes, the language basically, and I would create any websites I would make for myself. I made like one website professionally that I got paid for, but all the ones that I would make, I would just make them in Notepad because I didn't have an actual software to use. And I've made levels in Doom and Doom 2, the original Doom 1 and Doom 2. I wouldn't know how to make levels today anymore with the new level modding tools, but back in the 90s when those games were out, I was making levels for it. That's the real deep extent of any kind of programming type stuff. I've made a few mods here and there for games. I do understand how to basically edit existing mods in a lot of cases. So if I don't like the way a mod is doing something particularly, I can adjust the mod to make it do what I want. Once the actual, mod and structure is there, I can mess with it. There we got some definitely frame rate lag. So forgive the slowness on the screen. I feel like I'm playing Slenderman 8 Pages out here. Like literally. I never played that game when it was like hype, I played it later. Some more flashing lights. I saw some briefly there. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some parkouring. At one point back in my younger days, I did consider possibly wanting to be a 3D modeler, make 3D models, not necessarily animation per se, but do 3D modeling graphics for games. But I'm not really an artistic, I would say I'm an artistic type person, but not in pencil drawing and stuff like that. So okay, I just got up top here. This is where we came from over there. So I never really pursued that any further. Just because I felt, you need to be able to draw or paint probably very well to even consider that you might make a good 3D modeler, for gaming. But it would be cool to work in the game industry somehow. Alright, I will stop rambling here, as I tend to do. We'll stop this video here, and I will see you guys in the next part. Thank you. Bye.